God is presenting opportunities. Make the most of them. We're out in the rainforest today. An opportunity was presented to me. I think that in our minds we have like an idea of how or the way things are supposed to be. And sometimes God throws you a curveball, and the way that you thought it out in your mind, God has a different plan for you. We kind of go about our daily journey. I talk about neuroplasticity a lot. I really like to hammer home the importance of having, routines and rituals to become successful with whatever it is that you do on your everyday life journey, but doing different things. And, it was like a, beautiful day the other day. I said, oh, it's going to be a great time to, share a video and a topic. And I didn't have this in mind, but now, we're out in the rain. Do you like it out in the rain? It's not what I had in mind, but God is going to present an opportunity. And I said, you know what? Let's discuss a topic that's very relevant, because I think that a lot of us allow it's like right in front of our face. Here's a great opportunity. And God puts it right there for you. But because we're so locked in to what we have in our mind, expectations. A long time ago, I did a video, Judgment and Expectations Lower Your Vibration. And you want to create from a place of love. And when you come from love, when you come from going with the flow, I share with everyone that you're going to want to have a warrior mentality. And part of the warrior mentality is this concept of surrender. Surrender doesn't mean surrendering like, I give up. Earlier on my journey, I said this, I don't know about the surrender. Never surrender. But sometimes we have to surrender to what we have in our mind and say, you know what, there's going to be a beautiful opportunity that at first glance you could say, I didn't see this, I didn't expect it, but God has a plan and it might come out better than you even expected. So surrender is a very important concept. Letting go and letting it flow. All right, so the energies that we're all living through these energies. It's very chaotic. It really is like a storm energy. We're out in the storm today, literally. But that storm energy is kind of getting us to where we need to go because maybe God has bigger plans for us. And if we continuously do the same thing, go down the same path, I can reflect on my journey. I thought that certain things were going to be my path. They weren't for me. And God closes the door. God says, no, not this way. You got to go a different way. You're going to have to go the authentic way. You're going to have to take the longest road to greatness. And that's what I had to do on my journey. I had to take the longest road to greatness. I think in this modern society, people, they want the quick fix. I shared this joke about the man in the radio. They says, oh, you want to lose weight. You don't have to fast. You don't have to go to the gym, do cardio. You could just take this pill. I said, the man in the radio, as I'm driving home from the gym in the fasted state, just worked out cardio, sat in the sauna, right? Got to tap into autophagy. Everyone wants the quick fix. We're out here in the rain today, realizing that moving forward, that's not going to work anymore. That thing that used to be the old way, it's not. It never was the proper way. It was never the authentic way. Because when God does things, it's going to last for all eternity. All right? So in order to do this, you're going to have to do it authentically. You're going to have to get below the surface of the earth. You got to build that foundation with God. And it's not the easiest of paths. Overthinking. Overthinking can paralyze us. You know, if I say, oh, but what if this happens? What if that happens? Well, a lot of that is living in the vibration of fear. You can't live in fear. Oh, what if I go outside and this rain like stirs up and I get soaked? Okay, I would have tried, and it didn't happen. It worked out beautiful. Just like the right amount. I called up. I said, let's get the right amount of rain. You know, you're going to see the simple things are the best things. You know, you could see like Hollywood. They put the set together, and your Uncle Mike could just sit out here and just say, you know what, I'm going to use nature, and I could make a better a better production than the expensive Hollywood set. What do you think? But our everyday life experience is what is important. And in the world, in the modern society, people looked on to the TV. They see false idols on social media, with propped up numbers, and it's like pushed forward. All right, but that's the old way. And people have to disconnect from, this is the rigid, regimented way. You need to do X, Y, and Z to get ahead. All right, well, actually, you're going to have to let go. Okay, let go and let flow. It's so important. And, I just was looking out the window. I said, you know what? It looks so beautiful, the greenery, the calming rain. I said, I hope it doesn't turn into a monsoon. No, the wind's been crazy lately. The other day, even though, and that's why you can't always judge a book by its cover. You can't go with labels. There's so many different things that are part of the world right now. Yesterday, it was a sunny day. And even though it was blazing sun, no clouds, the wind, it would have been a terrible thing, to do. I like to film outside. Do you like it better when I'm inside or outside? Comment down below. Let me know. So even though it was a bright sunny day, you could get a good tan. You like my tan? Is it pretty good? You could get a good tan. But it wasn't ideal to, get a message across. And now, even though it's raining, at face value, you say, oh, it's a rainy day, and you might feel down. Make the most of the opportunity. A lot of people have been waiting around. I've been seeing this in the past few years. You're into that. It's a trap. Hope is a trap. If you don't know this, hope is a trap. Hope gets you to sit on the couch, right? I could have just sat still, say, oh, it's a rainy day. I'm just gonna forget it. Just pack it in. But sometimes the best things are when you go with the flow, when you surrender. And on my journey, I see that every time I surrender, every time I go with the flow, I get carried off to a different timeline, if you will. How can you maximize what God has dealt you? See, in our everyday life, we are dealt a hand of cards, and I want everyone to focus on this part of the message. There's a lot of weak-minded people out there, all right, and they embrace this victim mentality. I'm here to tell you, and if you really analyze your life within the 8 dimensions of wellness, each and every one of us are suffering with something that is like kind of really, making us, maybe not feel so comfortable. But when you go through that time period where, oh, you know what, I don't feel so comfortable inside, I don't feel so comfortable, you're going to find yourself on that other side of that suffering. And this is the warrior mentality. A lot of people, they love the fake spiritual reality, the fake spiritual gurus and all that other stuff. But the truth is, a lot of life is Kensho versus Satori. If you're a warrior, why don't you click the like button? These are the actual paths of our everyday life experience. Some experiences, there are Satori moments, but every once in a while, you're going to be suffering with something. It's something for you to overcome. It's like the cog, to get the cogs of the wheel to move. And if you actually focus on that, this is how I lived my everyday life. Uncle Mike, how'd you get to where you are today? Oh, light warrior, the obstacle is the way. The obstacle that's put in front of you, I had obstacles put in my path. I bulldozed through those obstacles. I didn't run away from them. No, I pointed right at them. I pointed right. Our family does a lot of pointing. Did you know that? I pointed right at those obstacles. And I said, the obstacle is the way. I have to go right towards that situation. And over the course of our life, we're going to realize that when you go right towards that obstacle, that's what God is telling. That's why you're a warrior. That you're a war. You can write it in the comments. I'm a warrior. I'm a warrior, kid. But this is where we are. The lighting is changing. Okay, hopefully it's still good. But this is the path that we're all on. Okay, things happen. It's unexplained. Why did it shift? Why did it change? But each one of these obstacles are going to teach us where we are supposed to go, even though it doesn't make sense. Okay, cheers. Maybe that'll bring it back on. Stay hydrated. Stay focused. You love it out here in the rainforest, right? That path of surrender. Surrendering to God is the only place that you are to surrender. You don't surrender to tyranny. You don't surrender to circumstances that are trying to take from you. You have to embrace and embody who you truthfully are. And when you actually are focused on who you are, what you came here to do, then you'll break through that frequency fence that I've been talking about. Breakthrough. God says break through. You have to break through. We're all going to break through. Even though you say, God, you forgot about me? Did you forget about me? A lot of people are feeling this at this time. And it's not just, maybe, the moment of time that we're in that's so difficult. There's a divine timing. Why did you forget about me? Because it's not the divine timing. Okay, so we want to stay focused that we can create. We could turn the light on. So wild, the things that glitch. Everything changes, right? These are the paths that we all are going through. There we go. I think the background lighting, I think the sun is trying to peek out. You saw that, right? I'm not going crazy. But this is what it means to go with the flow. Going with the flow, making the most of those opportunities, making the most with the hand that you were dealt. We're all dealt a hand of cards. Well, what are you going to do with it? Okay, I was dealt this thing. Oh, shucks, I was dealt this thing. How come he didn't get it? How come she didn't get it? You got it. I got it. Whatever it might be. You have to think differently about your life. Are you in earth school? Are you here to create? Are you here to build? God needs builders to build. God needs creators to create. That's how we rise up. That's how we create the next set of kings and queens. Are you a king? Are you a queen? Let us know in the comments. Rise up. Raise a chalice to that. You hear the thunder? It's like thunder and lightning. We're just out in the rainforest today. I really appreciate these moments. And, you could use what I'm, sharing with all of you as an example, because you are not going to have a straight path. It's going to have these twists and turns. You thought you were on it. Oh, I'm going to plan out a trip. A lot of people were going to plan out a trip. You thought you were, and you still see people. I did a video called Quantum Chaos. Watch that video. You got to start thinking from the quantum. You're gonna get your true manifestation when you let go, when you surrender to God. When you say, God, take the wheel, I struggle with this as well in certain points. You say, what the heck? How many? But again, if you want greatness, if you want to go further, you can go a little bit. If you want to go further, okay, you're going to have to say, you know what, God? Take the wheel. God, take the wheel. You could write it down. I'll refer you to another video I did in the past. God knows you and your journey better than you know it yourself. It's so true. And I see it. I'm just like all of you. I'm not perfect when it comes to these things. But my phrase of let it marinate, you really got to let things marinate. And, at first glance, you say, what, this is not the best situation. It's a quantum event. Oh, what, I'm going to go through this again? It's a quantum event. And these events are going to shift you. Even at first glance, you didn't realize, oh, this is actually good for me. What's good or bad? We don't know. It just is. Okay, start looking at everyday life with a Hawkins scale of consciousness. Okay, and you go to that top of the scale, the tippy top. What's at the top? The truth. What's at the top? Christ. What's the top? It's 2 letters. It's the word is. It's the word is. It is what it is. I used to tell my mom that years ago. I said, Ma, it is what it is. She said, you always say that. It is. It is. No, it is what it is. It is what it is. What can we do? So I'm grateful. Grateful for all of you. Let us know in the comments. Did you like our little Rainforest Cafe? Wasn't that a thing years ago? Rainforest Cafe. We're gonna go to the rainforest. We are in the Rainforest Cafe. Just sipping on some spring water. Put your health first. Okay? God is going to present opportunities to you. Make the most of them. If today's message resonates with you, please click the like button. Click the subscribe button. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, to help you become the greatest version of yourself. Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. Let's take back control of our everyday lives. I love each and every one of you. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. The links are in the description. Connect on all platforms and utilize the hashtag #OurEverydayLives. And each one of us are going to take our power back. Each and every one of us are going to live the life that we actually deserve. Yeah, you deserve that thing you had in your brain. You had it in your brain, right? When you were a kid, you deserve that life. You were given a subconscious program that told you, I do not deserve. You got to get rid of that program, okay? Take a look, analyze. You do deserve. Start manifesting the life that you came here to experience. Look at these opportunities. Make the most of them. I love each and every one of you. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Love those birds.